It's kind of the second game blues. Don't take anything away from Miami of Ohio. They played hard, they got after it, and they took it to us for most of the game. We're fortunate to make enough plays. We had the third quarter problems again on offense. We came out cold, made some stupid decisions, but I thought with Keebler out and our center out, we held up pretty good with the offensive line. We didn't run the ball as well as we would have hoped, but again, you got to give a lot of credit to Miami of Ohio. They did a good job. This is a big game for them and us. We knew it was going to be hard. We couldn't get any consistency going back to back on offense, and that's going to be our forte if we're going to have a chance to be successful down the stretch. But proud of our defense, the way they held up right there at the end. We gave up some big plays, and their quarterback really played well. They gave us some problems, but we found a way to keep them out of the end zone a couple times on the last two drives. So it was a good night, good win, great crowd. Really impressed with it. Appreciate everybody coming out. Students again, breaking records every week. But now we got to go back to the drawing board. We got 2 games behind us, and we got to get ready for a big game coming up.
Questions? What concerns do you have defensively right now with what you saw tonight?
Well, it's hard to tell. I tell you, they threw some clutch passes and got. We had the pass covered on the touchdown. Like the first or third play of the second half. But you got to give them more credit, and you take away from us because their quarterback threw it on the money. Their receivers caught the ball, and we weren't confused. We didn't make the plays. So again, we found a way to win the game like we did last year. It's a very similar game than it was last year in terms of trying to get our emotions up with our players. It was we were sky high last week, and we were just the other way tonight for some reason. But you can't get up every week, and hopefully we can play better when we don't get sky high. But again, I thought overall, our kicking game was decent, wasn't great. Our offense was good at times, horrible at times, too many 3-and-outs. But defensively, we was out there again a long time, and we played a lot of guys. So hopefully, and we were a lot better shape tonight than last week. So hopefully, we're getting better game shape on both sides.
Getting some consistent pressure on the quarterback, how important is that for the defense moving forward?
Yeah, they did 7-man protections tonight. Normally, you don't see that. They were just running 1- and 2-man routes and trying to protect the quarterback. They had a lot of guys go down. They had a lot of offensive linemen, new guys playing. And so they kept the tight end in. They slid the front and just kind of, hey, we're going to get a chance to get it off. Now, they did a good job with a Statue of Liberty play and a back out of the backfield on a wheel route. We had it all pretty much covered, but, they executed a lot better than we executed. So we've got to work on everything, running the ball, pass rush. Those are the first 2 that I would think that we've got to improve on. The secondary looks like they're giving up yards, but there's times on a 4-man rush we've got to put more pressure on the quarterback.
You said last week Gunner was almost perfect, and tonight's still pretty good. But just your thoughts on how?
Yeah, I thought he was up and down. I knew that was going to happen. He had some guys open. He missed the passes. We had guys wide open, and threw off his back foot a couple of times. He threw the interception in the second half. It wasn't even close. There was nobody there but their guy, and he was out of the pocket on the run, and he hadn't done a very, very good job so far this year of throwing the ball out of the pocket. But I thought he made some good decisions. Anxious to look at the film. They did a lot of stuff against us that gave him a little bit of a problem that he had to adjust to. So it's going to be an educational process for him every game this year, trying to learn the speed of the game and how to play week in and week out and take what they give you.
You mentioned earlier in the week about Tion wanting to get some more from him in terms of his effort. What do you think about him tonight? Some more runs?
Yeah, he run a lot hard, and he's going to have to play better for us each week. He's a bigger back. He makes plays. He can break tackles. There's no reason for him not to get as many carries as anybody on the team. Now, we've got more than one running back, but we've got to do a better job of giving him running lanes too. We lost Slomert. He got sick at halftime, and of course, so we had 3 offensive linemen out. We had 2 guys playing that played last week, the second half. Hopefully, we'll have everybody back next week. But just one of those nights where we just couldn't quite get any consistency on offense. in a row. We'd play good one series, next series we'd come out and go 3 and out and not make a play. We got to be a lot better than that as we go down the stretch.
Bottom line, 2-0, you'll take it. Maybe not the way you thought you would get.
Oh yeah, 2-0, and we got a lot more people hurt in the first game than we would have hoped. Whitty didn't play tonight; he'll play next week. That hurt our depth, and Coleman, I thought, did a good job of playing. We've got a little depth. We just need to keep it out there. Depth's not good, and if you start losing it like we did last year. But again, we're 2-0. We found a way to win this game when we didn't play our best, and hopefully we can learn a lot of lessons from this game.
How gratifying was it to get the ball back with under 6 minutes and be able to run the clock out?
Well, that was good. That was picture perfect. Normally we hadn't done that in the past, and they were blitzing. They were bringing at 7 in the box, and Eddie Grant still ran the football. Now we had to throw it one time on 3rd and 3, and they were still trying to stop the run. Thought we was going to run the clock, and we got the first down, and then we just gave the ball to Tion. But it was good to see us be able to just run the clock out, and we knew they didn't have any timeouts, and it worked pretty good for us. And that's the way offenses should do.
How much better does this team have to be next Saturday night in Columbus?
Well, we'll be at a different level next week. It's just I don't know. You have weeks like this, and not just taking again anything away from Miami of Ohio. They played hard. They came to play. The coach there doing a good job. They've struggled this year to score points. Again, we just got to get away from giving up easy touchdowns like we did tonight. But this will be a fun week. We'll go out and get ready and put a game plan together, and this will be the shortest week we've had to prepare. Last week we had 7 days. We got 6 days this week, and they've had a week off, so we'll get their best shot.
Going back to the offensive line, when you have a couple of guys go down like that, how important is it to have an Eric Layfeld, a steady veteran on that line?
Yeah, it's good to have depth. And again, we've moved some defensive linemen over to play offensive line in the last 3 or 4 months, which has helped. But Burwell played well for us tonight. Manello came in at center, played every snap, and he was gassed. It was, it's good to see young guys that never play much go in and have some success. Again, that wasn't the same team on offense we started with last week, and so we've got to get some guys back and get ready for this week.
You moved Jeff Luke from outside the middle. Looks like he's more comfortable there.
Yeah, he's more comfortable. Made a lot of tackles. I don't know how many he made. He was all over the field. Made 15 tackles, 18 tackles. That's a pretty good night. He'll get more comfortable. He was out of position a couple of times on the sprint and draw where they reverse field and went back and gained about 15 yards. They caught him out of position. But that's going to happen. We hadn't seen that play. That was a different play that we'd seen. Again, they did a good job of scheming us and taking advantage of our speed, because we'd go one way, they'd go the other. So, but I'm proud of Jeff. He'll get better every week.
Talk about McKay and his impact so far this season.
Yeah, he's a big guy, and to catch the football. Now, he could have caught a couple more tonight that would have made this thing a little bit easier, but he told me he wanted to make it a little tougher tonight than it was last week, and he did that. So the thing about Gunner has confidence in him. He's tall. They had good corners, very good corners. It'll be hard to find that good of corners as a pair of them going in this year, and they pretty much made us throw it into the boundary. So execution wasn't quite there like we'd hoped, but McHale played pretty good, at times, and made some big catches. All right, thank you.
Hendricks escaped containment about 3 times for crucial first downs on 3rd down. How are you going to take those lessons to Ohio State next week and try and contain their quarterback running game?
Yeah, of course, the quarterback they have is going to be a lot faster than this guy. And, the thing that we want to do in this game is make him get out of the pocket, make him throw and run, cut down half the field. And, guys that are pretty good out of the pocket, you don't do that. So it was, I don't say by design, we got boxed in. Their tight end turned back and boxed on us a couple of times and kept our defensive end from getting outside. Plus, he outran us. I mean, he's got a little bit more speed than what we thought, but their quarterback played really well. I thought he really played well, kept his head in the game, made some good runs, and made some real good throws.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.